Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another plan with me. I'm going to be planning for January 3rd through, what is that, the 9th. So first full week in January. I've made this, I'm gonna just get started, but I've made mention a couple of times that one of the things I wanted to do this year is do more talk through videos and more pre-plans. I want to see how that is actually going to work. So we're going to give this video a shot. If it doesn't work, especially for this planner, since this is kind of my catch-all planner slash work planner, if that doesn't really work out, then I can just go back to always doing voiceovers. Like, that's never going to be a problem, but I wanted to give it a try. So I already have, this was last week, so I decided instead of doing this in the last, usually because there's only 2 days in the beginning of, of the month, I would have put this in my last planner, but I was like, you know what, I really want to start off this planner with a bang, so that's what we did. So I have this kit here from my shop. It's called Snowball Fight. I do not live in an area where there is snow, so there's no snowball fights around here, but I am going to pretend. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So I am attempting, because that's really what it is. And what do I want to use? Do I want to use the headers or do I want to use glitter headers? Oh geez, why do I have to make it so difficult? Oh, I always have to make it so difficult. Well, this doesn't have the light blue and I really am drawn to that, so I think I'm going to use the glitter headers. Alright, so I have no clue how this is going to go. Most of my ways of planning are pen and ink and then lots of scribbling things out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of just lay down my base structure of things that I normally do. If you've ever watched any of my plan with me's where you see me laying down character stickers and stuff like that, I think I'm going to lay down that kind of a base structure and then fill it in as I go. Just because things change so much, it's really hard for me to put anything down because I don't know if it's going to get canceled or things like that. So we are going to start with that. Let me go ahead and get date dots done and out of the way. And I am just going to peel them up off my sheet and put them on the back of my hand. I have all of my date dots on, just like I do my script words, on the back of a, whatchamacallit, on the back, not on the back, on a ring. Jeez. I'm not, once again, planning and me talking is a very, very difficult thing to do. So I put them on a ring so that I kind of have them all together, and then my scripts are alphabetized, and that just kind of works out for me. So I hope everybody enjoyed their Christmas. I hope everybody enjoyed their New Year's. I hope you're ready for 2022. I know that I am. I have been work to get things set and ready to go, and my husband is very much such a great motivator. So we have some exciting things happening in 2022, both with the business and then, personally. So big milestones are happening this year. So I'm pretty excited about that. So this week leading up is actually TPC sale week, which I need to get my butt into gear in terms of advertising in the group. It was really hard. I decided because the shop was closed, the advertising in the group just didn't make much sense. So, but now, we're open and I've got to get to that. Although when this video goes up, I don't think that that's even gonna matter. So, oops, sorry. All right. I have my, pen and ink planner. Yeah, right here. It doesn't have anything in it, but it's kind of, I do have some stuff written down so that I can like accordingly put stuff down. So I am gonna go on like my normal way of how I do things. Okay, so lots of videos. Actually, by the time this video goes up, there will have been just a ton of videos that you guys got bombarded with. And part of that is to just finish catching up on last year's planner spreads. Although I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to do it. The last two, I haven't decided yet. I'll make those decisions. I make final decisions pretty quickly and then implement them, and that's how it happens. Until the decision is made, it's very much I don't know just yet. And then I make it and then we move on. Okay. So normally, do I even have, because I kind of want to, nope, I don't. Where did they go? There they are. I just kind of want to like look at an example. I feel very weird here. Okay, so I think, because this is not my norm, you guys. This is not what I do. This is not, this isn't how I really work things. So, okay, but I think I'm gonna just go ahead and put a base structure down. Okay, so this is going to be kind of my catch-all and business planner. So like things that I don't mind sharing with you guys. As far as like, you know, like design, cutting, things like that. I am not going to put kids' activities in here because they are going to go into another planner, and I am not going to put like house cleaning stuff because that goes into another planner, nor am I going to put health and fitness stuff because that goes in another planner. So this is very much that kind of a planner. So, but I do, you know, I do kind of know how a lot of things end up working. And so I'm going to kind of just keep to that kind of a schedule, I guess. I will put in here, so like if I do watch shows, especially like over here in the sidebar. In fact, actually I do watch shows a lot of the time, so I'm going to put those over in the sidebar and stuff just to kind of keep track of. I love this. I love these two boxes. Which one's going to be my Thursday box? Because that's what I like to do. I like to put my favorite, well, if I have more than one favorite, you know, one goes up here, but that was like clearly that's where that one needed to go. So, but the idea is that I actually like get ahead on like pre-planning some spreads and actually get to share with you guys maybe some more stories. So as of right now, I have 4 planners going on. I have a health and fitness planner, and that is in my weeks planner, and that is strictly, oh shoot, I didn't think that one through. I was trying to go in order with these checklists, but c'est la vie. Tuesdays have a tendency to be really long days as well. Sorry, I digress. Health and fitness planner is in my weeks. I then have my B6, that's my household planner, so that's going to be like projects that need to be done and cleaning stuff that needs to happen. And so I'm really kind of trying to figure out how that one needs to work and how my layouts need to go. And then I have my memory keeping one, which is kids slash, well, it's just family memory keeping. Let's just put it at that. Family memory keeping, but it is also random facts. So we're talking random facts throughout the thing, and it's a pre-plan. So it is definitely going to be a fill in as I go type planner. Okay, and trying to think here. I think I'll just do another one of these. I feel like the spacing is really off. I really need to get, okay, so let's put this down here. I need to bring my Pretty Planner sticker lifter back over from my packing area. So I put it in my packing area because that's also where my mats belong, and it actually helps me out with getting some of the like when I make die cuts and stuff, I use it to help me pick up the die cuts off of there, so I don't have to bend the mat so much. It's actually pretty brilliant. Okay, so let's see. I need a box. I need a box. I need a box. Where was I? Oh yeah. So family memory keeping, and that's going to be random facts, which I think is going to be so much fun. So I just have random facts printed out, and I'm laying them down in that planner, and then just kind of memory keeping for the kids. So like their school time is going to be in there, their activities are going to be in there, and then if anything else happens throughout the day, obviously I'll put that in there as well. So, but this is, I love using my sticky notes. They make me extremely happy. I have kind of done this layout. Oh, I think this kind of just structure has really been like my go-to for the past solid 3 years, if not close to 4. Maybe even closer to 5. I mean, I would definitely have to go back and like look on some of my Instagram posts and see how far back we're going. Okay, so I am gonna put these checklists down because I just feel that it really helps in getting like the top 3 done. But I also do know that there are some major things happening this week that I like need to get done. So yeah, so like this planner becomes everything. So even if there is maybe like what you could technically classify as a household thing, if the only person really doing it is me, it's gonna go in here minus the health aspect, because I have that dedicated planner. So things like paying bills and balancing books, things like that are still going to be in here, just because those are things like if I'm sitting down at the computer and that's what I have to do, then it's going to go in this planner. So just kind of what I've really done in the past, except now I'm pre-planning. So let's move on to story time. So today, one of the reasons why I'm using this kit is because I walked outside this morning, and normally what I do in the morning is I get on my Instagram stories, I say good morning, you guys see me walking in my backyard, and it's me going to feed my chickens. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm really glad you're here. I have a house full of chaos. I have 4 kids, 3 animals that live inside the house, which comprise of 2 dogs and a cat, which everybody knows the cat is my favorite. This is a very, very important day. 1, TPC sale starts, but then we also celebrate anniversary. But I am putting that in the memory planner, but should I put it down here too? I'm trying not to overlap too much, but we might go out to dinner that night, which really affects things that I get done. You know what? I'm not going to put it in here. Okay. And then we have 6 chickens. I did not want the chickens to begin with. I mean, I've wanted chickens, but I didn't want them now. My husband kind of just was like, you know what? I'm just going to go do it. And that's going to kind of be the end of it. Okay, so TPC sales starts. That's usually a day of me just doing a lot of printing and cutting and advertising and answering questions. So I'm not too concerned about what all gets down here, but I do definitely. And then if I need, like, I think I'm going to do a graph box. Is it going to fit? Oh yeah, it'll fit. do a graph box, because then if I need like another like 3-spot area, I can utilize this. That's what I use them for. Okay. Sidetrack. So this morning when I went out, the chickens. I didn't want them. Husband overruled me. We have chickens now, and when he brought them home, I was like, fine, I'll do this whole chicken thing. And I was like, get out of my way, kids. These are my chickens. I'm gonna take over them. I named them, and we had an amazing, time naming them, and they have all these like cute personalities. Well, not always cute personalities, but enough of cuteness. And so, we just had a good time with it. And now they're my chickens. They follow me into the chicken coop. They know that, it's bedtime, so I gotta follow mama into the chicken coop. I go out, I say good morning to them, I feed them, I gather their eggs, the whole 9 yards, okay? Well, I went out this morning, and it was super, super cold. And I was like, well, I already have my sexy farmer boots on. Yes, that is what we have dubbed them, okay? They're not really sexy, but they are definitely like rain farmer boots. So we trying to think of what I'm going to use. I didn't want to go inside to grab my jacket since I already had, or like my hoodie, because let's face it, I live down super far south and don't really need jackets for very long during the year. Didn't want to grab my jacket, and this is gonna be a tight squeeze. I need to move this up because I know I'm going to need all of these on Friday, because Fridays have a tendency to be pretty big days because I'm wrapping up everything for the week. And I come back inside, so didn't want to get my jacket, go outside, do my thing. So I didn't do my Instagram stories today, and I come back inside and my husband's actually up. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, it's really cold out there. He's like, is it? I'm like, yeah, here, take a, oh, that's not gonna fit. Okay, I've got to move everything up a little bit more. That's okay, we can still talk. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, here, feel my hands. Oh, jeez. Okay, you know what? No, I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to use one of these boxes. That'll work. There's no sense in trying to lift things that don't want to be lifted and stuff. So this paper is really forgiving, but once like you really like rub it down and let it sit for a little bit, it's not going to be as forgiving. And yeah, so he's like, oh yeah, don't touch me. I was like, well, I'm not going to, but I started walking towards to turn the lights on to the kitchen, and he thought I was coming to him to get him. And maybe I was like, maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. I neither confirm nor deny this one, okay? And he starts backing up, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't want you to touch me with your cold hands. And I'm like, oh, you want to play the cat and mouse game? We're gonna play cat and mouse, and I gotta chase you. Imagine 2 grown people running around like old people because they can't gain traction on the slippery tile floor, running around chasing each other. Well, I'm chasing him because he's trying to run away from me. A big center island, and I am cackling like a witch. Oh my gosh, I was cackling. I was laughing so hard. It was so funny. Oh my gosh. And you're probably like, you're nuts. You are like a couple marbles short there, lady. And that's okay, because I will take that couple marbles short, because we laughed so hard that our stomachs and sides and chests were hurting because we were laughing so hard. But it literally was a game of cat and mouse, and it actually woke up our oldest son upstairs. They were still asleep. I'd woken up fairly early and stuff, and oh, and by the time we got all done, my hands were warm, my body was warm, so there were no Steves harmed in the making of this, okay? So Saturday is drill weekend for my husband, which means we won't be going anywhere. So it just means a pretty laid back and chilled day. Checklist. We'll put that down because I'll make sure that I have, well, am I going to have spots for a quarter box? Let's take a look, guys. See, I learned this fancy trick from somebody, and that actually makes things, yeah, that should work. It's kind of tight, but that's okay. And that just gives me everything that I need for that day. Okay, perfect. So, fantastic and fun day of squealing and torturing and teasing my husband. Like I said, no Steves were harmed in the making of this, so he's completely fine, you guys. If you're worried about him, he's fully alive and warm, and he laughed just as hard as I did. And so we love to make memories like that. All right, Sunday, super laid back and chilled day. It's hopefully by this Sunday, nobody is still sniffling or coughing or anything. I had something just come through, mild, very mild, but just enough to be like, we're gonna hunker down. And so far it's me and my second oldest who are the holdouts that have not, luckily, fingers crossed, knock on wood type thing, that it stays that way. So drill weekend, but we usually have church, and then I usually do filming care, and then I do editing and uploading. So I think that's what I'm going to focus on, putting down these. And then we can get to the sidebar, and maybe I can actually figure out what my sidebar is going to be. All right, let's do another quarter box, because I think the quarter boxes, especially in this green color, are absolutely gorgeous, but I gotta make sure that we fit again. See, when I'm not like laying down stickers and having ideas type thing, I kind of screw myself up. It's okay, I'm gonna get better at this. Look at that, this looks amazing. Maybe this is why people pre-plan, because it's like you have everything down and now you get to fill it out. Okay, weekend banner down at the bottom. You are never too old for a snowball fight. So this kit, so as I finish up and doing the sidebar over here, this kit was inspired by my childhood. I grew up in the state of Utah, so we had snow. And oh, I think I'm gonna do it the way that, how did I do it this time? Okay. Yeah, I think instead of cleaning time, I'm just gonna put important, or being an adult. I think I'm gonna use the top two, because I didn't like this, but instead of vitamins here, because that should be going in the health area, but this week is not in the health planner anyways, but I think I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, so it was inspired by me growing up in Utah, and our neighborhood loved when it snowed, because we had so many kids in the neighborhood, so we adored it. We, Christmas break, we were on year-round school, so we had tracks, and so all of us were off like right around the same time. We got to have fun, and one of the things is the neighbor boy a couple houses down, they loved to build snowball forts and igloos and stuff, and they would do that in their front yard every year, and it was fun. It was fun. And so we would have snowball fights. So this was definitely, and then during the summertime, we'd all get our hoses out and water balloons, and we'd have the same thing. It was a really awesome time. So when I was thinking winter kits, because that's something everybody's told me, like, Amanda, you don't do enough winter kits. I was like, okay, well, I'll come up with a pretty epic one, and that's where this one was born. And I think it's absolutely amazing and wonderful, and I don't think there's anything wrong with this kit at all. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down. I'm thinking that this is gonna actually be my reading tracker. I gotta start reading for book club, so I think that's what we're gonna do. I don't need any other habit trackers. at least not yet. If I'm seeing something that's becoming redundant during these days but at the same time, it's like sometimes if I'm just doing cutting all day, it's really hard to fill everything up. But what else did I do? Okay, so being an adult, okay. Another glitter header, and then the 2 channel surfing. So I will keep track of these shows that just I watch. So things that I watch when I'm designing, things that I watch when I'm cutting, nothing that involves the family or anything like that. And then I will go ahead and put down, I think I'm just gonna double it up with the green because I really love this green. Green, and oh, I have room for another one. Maybe I just bump them all up against each other, and we just put all 3, since I have the 3 greens, right here, and we get going. Oh yes. Okay, now it has to have some deco. Okay, so the snowman is my absolute favorite, so he has to be down here, and then of course the sign that the ultimate snowball fight is going to happen. All right. Okay. So now I have to be super organized, because instead of just using the stickers that I need to use and then just kind of tossing them off to the side, I actually have to hold on to these, especially the deco stuff, because I might need it and I might want to use it in my P6 planner. So let's open it up. And this is about the range. Perfect. I love it, you guys. This is kind of just how my setup is, and now I can fill it in as I go. And I'll just add the character stickers in that I want, and then you don't have to see my hand reaching out, and we're good to go. So everything will be linked down in the description box below. Obviously, the kit is from my shop, the planner is from my shop, but the tweezers are from Perfect Print Co. And yeah, I will post these on Instagram, so if you want to see the character stickers that I use, you can check out the tags there. But until then, have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.